I think most of you will agree that you just saw the long and the short of gospel music right there. Indeed so. Super, super. Is this what was this supposed to be given to J.D.? It came from over here. J.D., a message just arrived for you. It's from Sue's massage parlor. It says they found your socks. And, oh my. Our next speaker has known J.D. longer professionally than any other person today here. Make him welcome. J. Cass, how about it?
When I heard that I was going to be one of the participants here at the festivities, I started searching for something to say, and it took me about 3 weeks, and I finally came up with some spicy material, about 8 pages of it. And I took it home for my wife to look over and get her approval, of course. And she took my 8 pages of spicy material and read it, tore it up, and handed me these 3 cards. On these 3 cards it has things I can say, things I cannot say, and things I must not say. So since she's in the audience and my pastor is here, I guess everything you'll hear from me is going to be vanilla, okay? But the real reason I'm here is because George and I have been so close for so long, and it's only fitting that someone like me is here to really tell you the truth about George. Now, I'm not going to stand up here and tell you a bunch of lies, because we're too close for that. I'm going to tell you the truth. And that should scare the devil out of him, really. You see, I've known George for 40 years. Now, although fame and fortune has come his way, in all those years, not a day went by that he wasn't totally disgusting. I get so sick and tired of hearing, people referred to him even up here today about his low notes. Anybody else makes a sound like that, it's usually followed by, excuse me. Know what I mean? I think that was on the list of things I could say. Now, you can tell by what I'm saying that George and I are real close. But I've got to tell you that George does have an ego problem. Bless his heart, he thinks he started everything in gospel music, except the Blackwood Brothers. Now, there was a time he was even worse than he is today. At one time he was so bad, he thought, "How Great Thou Art" was a song written about him. Now, since we're running a little short of time here, and tell you the truth, just about everything I was going to say has already been said, but I would like to share this with you. Most of you in this room know in the past I've had a little ticker problems and little problems with my diabetes and a couple of times little minor surgery for cancer and so on and so forth. Now, you say, well, why bring that up? I brought that up for this reason. The first man at the hospital was my best friend, George, here. That just gives you some idea how close we've been down through the years. That takes too long, and Wendy hadn't said a word yet. But so, I want you to ride on every word I'm fixing to tell you. James touched on it just a few moments ago. But I just want you to know just how close George and I really are. You see, George smokes, I get cancer. I'm telling you the truth. Last year, I was nominated for the Gospel Music Hall of Fame. George was inducted. We were up in Ohio. James told you part of this story. I wasn't feeling too well that morning, so I took a laxative. Didn't affect me, did George. We still close, George?